We have exactly one DLC character left, which means we have exactly one more round of Mii Fighter costumes coming to us for Smash Ultimate. These have become as much of a big deal as the actual characters, but the final one is going to be special because really it doesn't matter who gets added at that point. No one can be deconfirmed because the last character has already been revealed. So it's all just going to be about who the characters are and what new universes have even a minor role in the world of Smash. So today I'm going to talk about 6 characters that I would love to see be in Mii Fighter costume round 11 for Smash Ultimate. First, I want to talk about another Capcom rep as a Mii costume. Over the course of the DLC, we've gotten plenty of character representation from the mini Capcom games. Ken as a character, Rathalos as a boss, and like a dozen odd costumes have already been added to the game. So what's one more? Phoenix Wright has always been a character that's been a popular request for Smash. He's got a beloved franchise and he'd really be a unique pick for the series. The problem I always run into when talking about Phoenix though is just how to make a moveset for him. The thing about characters for Smash is while the actual character choice might be humorous or unorthodox, the actual moveset rarely is. Like Rob, for example, he's a funny pick on paper, but his moveset doesn't really have anything funny about it. And that's where a Phoenix moveset would kind of fall flat, especially when you consider what his moveset in Marvel vs. Capcom was. There, he's doing so many silly things. He's popping enemies up with an envelope, he's sneezing, he's tripping. Stuff like that isn't really a standard in Smash. I mean, the funniest move we have is probably Wario's Waft. So with the movesets not really leaning into that humor, I just don't really see Phoenix being a character, but I do think that he would feel right at home as a Mii Brawler costume. I honestly don't have much more to add on this topic. I'd personally have loved to see Phoenix in the game, but having him be an outfit I think would be a nice compromise. And I am still going to die on the hill of wanting to see some Fortnite be in Smash. I've made extensive videos on this, so I'll give you the quick and dirty on it. Fortnite is one of the biggest games on the planet, and even if its popularity has kind of dipped down recently, it's still a massive game with millions of players. On top of that, consider that Fortnite has a huge presence on the Switch, enough to the point that Nintendo regularly includes the new seasons or the new updates in their actual Twitter feed. They retweet the trailers, and they've even been in Nintendo Directs themselves. And then include the fact that Nintendo is clearly allocating some of their hardware for Fortnite-specific marketing. For example, they first had some Switches that had Fortnite pre-installed, and it came with some V-Bucks and had some specific Fortnite art on the boxes. Then they made a full-on Fortnite-themed Switch with a custom dock and tablet that have different Fortnite skins on them, plus custom Joy-Cons. And then on top of that, they did another pair of Joy-Cons that were Fortnite-themed, and they were even more recent. It's safe to say the game is thriving on Nintendo's console, which makes sense since the Switch and Fortnite have very similar target audiences, and they're obviously down to partner up with each other. So unless we're in the universe where the final character is actually Jonesy from Fortnite, I think it would be a very safe bet to have some kind of Fortnite Mii Fighter skin. Maybe it'll be a gunner like I predicted and also pretended to leak, or maybe it could be a sword fighter where they fight using the pickaxe that you use to harvest materials. Or maybe both. Either way, I'd honestly be shocked if we didn't see Fortnite represented in Smash at all. It is just such a huge game. Next, let's talk about the Chief. I know some of you won't want to hear this, but there is a chance that he won't be the final character. I don't think it's a 0 chance, like I certainly think he could be the possible final DLC character, but if he's not, I would love to see a Mii Gunner costume created for him. Give us any kind of gun that Chief uses, there are literally dozens of them. It would be honestly really sick. And you should believe me on that one because it's literally the basis for a Smash DLC hoax that I made a few months back. I mean, I think it would be really cool to see him in the game, to the point where I made him be in the game. There's also the possibility of him not being a gunner, but a sword fighter. One of the most iconic weapons in all of Halo is the Energy Sword, a pretty unique item that's been around since Halo 1, but is also highly contested in the actual game, being a one-shot weapon. Or one stab weapon? It kills in one hit, you know what I mean. Either one of these would be awesome, and while a gunner does make the most sense, I think personally a sword fighter would be just as appropriate. And I know that Chief would have weird proportions as a Mii fighter, but you know, we're just pretending because it's actually just a Mii outfit, so just suspend your disbelief for like 3 minutes, please. And next, let's talk about Sora. I know y'all are gonna say exactly what always gets said when Sora and Smash get brought up in the same sentence, and it's that Disney won't allow it. And yeah, I get it, there's the extra Disney legal red tape that exists, which is probably why Sora isn't in Smash to begin with. But I still think that a sword fighter costume would be cool. I'm highly skeptical of yet another Square Enix character on this pass on top of the Disney problem, so seeing Sora as a Mii costume I think would be really cool. It definitely wouldn't serve the character justice, much like the Shantae costume or Bomberman costume, or, really take your pick on any of the costumes. But it would be a nice consolation prize for the Sora fans. Now, the reason I elected to have the costume be the Sora from Kingdom Hearts 1 is likely the same reason that Dante's Mii costume was from Devil May Cry 1, and it's just because it's the most recognized. Now, I know that some people are going to say that the Kingdom Hearts 2 appearance is a strong contender as well, but I think Kingdom Hearts 1 might just beat it out, simply because it's been around a bit longer. So there's that slight edge of being more recognizable by being like 3 years older. Our final two characters that I want to talk about come to us from indie series. The first is Freddy Fazbear, and I've said before that I don't really know that much about the FNaF series, but I simply can't deny the impact that the series has had on the world. It's up there with everyone knowing who Sans is, or Creepers. Everyone knows the name Five Nights at Freddy's and Freddy Fazbear. You see it on t-shirts and toys in stores. It's just a worldwide phenomenon. So a Freddy Fazbear Mii brawler, it just makes sense. I'm sure there are different, more clever costume ideas out there for FNaF, so if you have any, please feel free to drop your suggestions down in the comments, because I'm really talking outside of my scope of expertise, so anyone who's like a FNaF expert, please give me some ideas. And the final indie costume that I want to see is none other than Shovel Knight. Honestly, I think it's kind of weird that Shovel Knight was in the base game, and we still don't have an official costume for him for Mii Fighters. Plenty of the assist trophies also have corresponding costumes, that it's really weird that there hasn't been one for Shovel Knight yet. It would be as simple as taking parts from the assist trophy and just slapping them on a Mii Fighter. And there have even been paid DLC ones for assist trophies that are in the base game, like Akira from Virtua Fighter. And of all the indie reps that we now have some love for in Smash, I think the game would feel a little empty if Shovel Knight, the first ever indie rep to have some kind of a significant role in Smash, didn't have a costume. And following the trend of indie reps we've seen in Smash, I think it's appropriate to have a song come with Shovel Knight as well. Something recognizable, like the title theme or the first level's theme. Something that even someone who's played the game for 5 minutes is going to recognize, but something that's still appropriate to duke it out to in Smash. So with that, these are my final 6. Now this isn't to say that I wouldn't welcome other Mii Fighters at all. I mean, heck, keep them coming. Just drop more and more and more. I think that would be cool. And I certainly don't think we're going to be getting all of these. But if we got 1 or 2 of these in the final round, I would be totally and completely content. But I know that some of you guys down there wouldn't, so give it to me. Let's hear it in the comments. What would you all like to see that I didn't talk about in the Mii Fighter costume round? Please leave me a comment and let me know what you've got going around in your head. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to hit that like button and make sure you subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Hope you have an awesome day, and please remember to be good to one another.